Hello, everybody. How are my nerds doing today? If you guys are seeing this, go ahead and comment where you guys are watching from. And I'd love to know what system you're using right now. If you're using high level, if you're using a white label, which system you're on. And if you have not watched any of my, not participated in any of my lives yet, then there's a handy dandy link that is in the description. So you can actually click that and I can see your pretty faces when you're commenting. Like this. I love it when Elizabeth shows up. She's rad. She is part of our nerd herd. So today we are going to be talking about what Nerdly is, right? I love it. See, and if you click on the little Facebook link in the description, I can see your name, Facebook user. So, for those of you guys who are new, for those of you group trackers who are new here, my name is Colleen McCartney. I have been with the group track team for many years, for a long time, and I have been a Jenna super fan. I was actually her first client many years ago, and started out. We were running our systems on Streak CRM, which lives inside Gmail. Like, oh my gosh, that sounds like such a lifetime ago. And when I went to Streak and I said, like, hey, we love this, we wanted a discount. And they were like, bring me clients. So I ended up running an agency before I knew what an agency even was. And when I was running the help desk for Group Track, I was put in charge of some affiliate stuff. And then I discovered they're like, oh, and help us out with this agency stuff. And when I learned what high level was, I was like, well, that seems a lot easier than building out funnels and systems for each client every single time, which is what I was doing. And now I started out as the wellness CRM because I have a background in holistic wellness with doTERRA. And from there, realized that we could serve a much greater audience. So which we have now become Nerdly. We focus on coaches, course creators, and online entrepreneurs. So I actually, because my team is amazing, have some slides to help keep us on track today. All right. No, I don't want to do that. I want to share my screen. Here we go. And slideshow, presenter view. Yeah, we're doing that. All right. Look at that. All right, we got this. So, ta-da. Look at that. Why is it? Oh, let's do this. Nope, that doesn't do it. Anyhow. Okay, so Nerdly. So one of the things that I really love to talk about with Nerdly is that we focus on coaches, course creators, and online entrepreneurs. Our focus is helping people. Oh, no, wrong way. Will you let me go over here? Here we go. Helping people grow their business by creating real relationships. And that is the biggest differentiator is we leverage group track in high level and we actually hold your hand to be able to create real relationships. So many people are focused on running ads and just getting this high volume of people through your funnel that they miss out on what they're actually there for, right? Every coach, course creator, and online entrepreneur, most of them have something they're trying to help people with, right? What is the pain that your clients have that you're trying to solve? What is the thing that you're trying to help them accomplish, right? And 9 times out of 10, you're building a relationship with them. You are helping them do something and you're whether you intentionally do it or not, you end up building a relationship. So that is really what we focus on. So some key things about Nerdly, right? So on top of what high level is, I'm not going to dive. If you guys want me to talk about what high level is and what it provides, comment high level so that I know. Where I'm seeing is that there's been so much talk about high level. You guys already know what it does. And so we're going to talk about some of the differences. So we absolutely, hands down, number one thing about Nerdly is we have industry leading support, right? Starting with the fact that if you guys run into a high level issue in the group track universe, your ticket's going to come in front of me anyway. So on top of that, we were walking lockstep with group track, and whatever they do, we make sure that everything is going to work well. We have a concierge team. So when you become a Nerdly client, you have 4 onboarding calls because we want to make sure that you can hit the ground running. The whole point of this is we're the business nerds so that we can have a whole bunch of stuff done for you, ready to roll, and you can get out there and focus on your zone of genius. We have daily Q&A calls. We used to have 3, then there were 4, and then I literally just got off the call with my coach, and she's like, dude, just make it 5 so you can say daily, and everyone understands that a lot better. We we now have daily Q&A calls, which really stems from the fact that I am neurospicy, aka I have like super ADHD. So I find co-working really effective, and being able to we're really big on creating community. Every single person who just came through our 10-day challenge, one of the biggest things they said was, I love the sense of community we came out with. Um, we also have a tech training vault, which was the first thing that I wanted to build many years ago because I love nerding out on tech. Everything from Google Chrome extensions and different ways to make productivity hacks, to managing your Google Workspace, to what are the different tools that are out there that are actually going to help you move the needle forward versus being just another shiny object. Right. So I do a lot less different tech tool trainings now because I don't want to give you the shiny object syndrome. And we really only do trainings on things that I think that you really need. And I'll even tell you when there's different stuff like this fancy streaming service I use. You don't need this right out the gate. We have an AI help bot. This is probably one of my most exciting things about. So this AI help bot scours all of the trainings we've ever done. It crawls the group track help docs, it crawls high level help docs, and it crawls help docs that we've purchased. So you're going to have one unified place to find that information. In addition, we have, oh, okay, I'll be up here and be pretty. Nerdly Mail. So those of you who here is a high level user right now, or you runs a high level agency, I want to know your experience with using email in high level, assuming you're not already on Nerdly, because this is one of the biggest problems that people face when using high level. And I see this in the high level community all the time, whether they're using else email, they're using Mailgun, it's deliverability. Yes. Okay, I don't know who this is, but I love you for participating. Thanks. Um, that is such a big issue. And if your emails aren't delivering, I mean, that's a core thing, right? If your emails aren't delivering, you can't even tell what's going on in your business. And so often I hear time and time again that the deliverability is problematic, and that's why people don't want to use high level. Well, the delivery is problematic because a lot of the agencies out there aren't actually setting things up. They aren't super nerds, right? Because it is such a low point of entry to get into running a high level white label that there's a lot of coaches and course creators. You heard Sean talking about it yesterday, right? It's sticky. If I was a coach or a course creator and I'm like, oh, well, I could just sell my program, or I could sell my program plus the software that my clients are going to need, well, that's what I would do. There's so many different aspects that are taking in the back end, right? I've spent an offensive amount of money and time building out a lot of these tools, right? So with Nerdly Mail, and I will actually give you guys a little tour of it uh, so that you guys know what that is, because with Nerdly Mail, not only are you going to have basically ensured deliverability, you're also going to get detailed reporting on email stats, right? And while that may not be super duper important on day one to actually dive into the details, it is the ability to have them is crucial. So here, let me share this screen. And here we go. Share. Okay. So this is Nerdly. Yeah, it's like a little spaceship. It's just pretty fun. So when you come into your dashboard, you can click on our training calendar. And this is a Google Calendar you can subscribe to, so you know whenever we are having one of our Q&A calls, if we're having a bonus call, we're having a guest speaker. Our big thing is we want to make sure that we have all the resources you need. Our Facebook community, one of our knowledge bases, right? So we have a couple different knowledge bases because we know different people learn different ways. So if you want to be able to just actually go through that, and we have a help guide, right? So we have a guided tour. So on any page you go to, it'll walk you through what's going on here. If you come into the contacts window, it's going to also take you on a guide through the contacts list, right? But back to Nerdly Mail, because again, Neurospicy, welcome to the Colleen experience. Um, so everyone will be set up on a subdomain, yourbusiness.nerdlymail.com, and you'll be able to see what gets delivered, what gets dropped, anything that gets suppressed. You're going to see your deliverability rate, your open rate, and this tracks if people open the mail more than one time, which is pretty cool. You see your click-through rate and your bounce rate. And here you're going to see it in more of a graph. But what's really cool is down here, you get to see it, deliveries per provider, right? And of course, you see your spam, unsubscribes, and reply rates. So as we come in here, you're really able to fine tune and clean up your email list, right? And not everybody provides this. Very few people do, because it's a lot of time, effort, and money to build out these different tools, right? So you can really see what's going on. You can make sure your list is healthy and keep your, make more money. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. This is what we're talking about, making more money and developing real relationships with people, right? Okay, so we also, because I love profitable pipelines and I think it is absolutely phenomenal. As an affiliate, I actually pass on my commissions to my Nerdly folks, because I think that it is an absolute necessary thing. The way that Jenna and Lindsay help you guys move forward is without a doubt. If you don't know what you're doing with group track, let alone group track and high level, you need to be in profitable pipelines, and I will forever promote them because it is an absolute necessary thing. Because they're phenomenal. Anywho, Cloudflare management. Show of hands here. Comment domains. Do you love editing your domains, creating subdomains? Do you like updating DNS reports? No. So we use Cloudflare, and we have you add our support team on so we can handle that for you. We have real human helpers, our nerd herd, right? We tried outsourcing our support. It didn't work well. So we have our nerd herd to handle all of our customer service. And it's not just customer service, it is tech support, right? It is almost like having a tech coach there with you. And so what's cool for our users is, and our agency users, because we do provide agency support, you're able to get one-on-one with one of our nerd herd for $40 for an hour, which is unheard of. We have flexible support hours. We have BAMs, which are trained VAs through my organized business with Heather Yeager. We have an affiliate program and a brand partner program, so that if you're a coach or a course creator, not only are you earning income from referring your clients to us, but you're able to extend a discount exclusive to you, right? So this way you can focus on your zone of genius and not be trying to run a SaaS company while running your coaching program. And yes, we even provide support to other high-level agencies because we are fabulous. Oh, yay! Oh, Elizabeth is awesome. By the way, she's fabulous. Go check out her stuff. And also, if feel free to drop a link of what you guys do in the chat, because why not? All right. So what is really cool beyond what Nerdly offers to our clients? Because I know that here in the group track world, there's a lot of white labels out there, and there's a lot that Nerdly can offer to folks, whether you are on our system or not, right? We love our peeps over in Star Funnels Land with Molly. We do training for them every week. We also have a 10-day challenge. So if you are a high level user, first off, if you guys have done the 10-day challenge, comment with like a top takeaway of the 10-day challenge, right? So the purpose of the 10-day challenge is to really get your high level plus group track system up and running. So that to help you advertise, execute, and follow up for your live event that can blend the automation, organic social reach, and you working your magic talking to people, right? This is so real. There is no way that you can run this system without you, right? I've tried completely outsourcing this as much as I possibly can. And I tell you, guess what? People buy your program because or buy your product or service because they buy into you, right? And also, yes, okay, so this bonus sessions that we absolutely did not edify enough were fire. I mean, absolute fire. Like I would just sign up to the program just for those bonus sessions. Um, and also what my sister-in-law Kate, who is the co-owner of Nerdly, she built out these she calls them helper videos, and I was like, oh honey, that's not helper videos, that's like this is like a $200 course. So we will help you get absolutely everything set up. So uh we run this challenge 3 times a year because we're not psychos. I thought I was going to run this monthly, and then we ran it and I was like, oh, that's not happening. So the way that this 10-day challenge runs is it runs for yes. Oh, I love it. See Kate's here. See Kate, you got to click the link so we can see your name. So it runs for 10 days, but it actually spans across 2 weeks because guess what? There's a weekend involved. And what do we do on weekends? We're human beings who don't work. That's right. We actually reinforce folks to come out, do your work. We work hard Monday through Friday, and we take the weekends off. Um, and we're clear about that with everything. Like if you submit it Friday night, guess what? We're going to answer it on Monday. I could hire staff just for weekends. However, I really want people to own taking time off. Like I think yes, anywho, that's a whole soapbox I'm not going to get on, right? So the challenge requires you to take action uh, every day and focuses your behavior focuses the behavior on action, not results. And you can thank Jenna for that. We are always about swinging the bat and taking action and trying to move the needle forward, whether or not you get the results you were hoping for, right? And we really want you to automate what you can, right? Your calendar automations. Like there's no reason that you should be going back and forth with clients figuring out when can we meet? What's a good time for you? Oh, well you booked the time, well it doesn't work. Well, let's reschedule. No, all of that can be fully automated, right? And I think I actually skipped a section here. No, no, I didn't put it here. Oh yeah, also our heartfelt team driven by a spirit of service. Like this is so huge. Like every one of my team members cares about you and your business, right? That is a very important thing I just wanted to edify because my team's amazing. We would not be, Nerdly wouldn't be as awesome as it was without our amazing team. We have daily step-by-step processes and checklists to follow. So if you didn't already know, Kate McCartney, my partner and sister-in-law, is or was a career elementary school teacher. She's also married to my older brother, who is also neurospicy, and they have all the neurospicy kids. So she is well versed in making sure that all of her trainings are bite-sized, and we have both written text and video so that no matter what way your brain works best, we have stuff that's going to map it out so that you understand the actual steps you need to take. We're going to customize your system, branding, signatures, pipelines, and we're going to walk you through getting the invitation, approving. We're going to get you through the whole kit and caboodles, including these bonus sessions, which are amazing, right? So, but we really want to make sure that you understand this when we get your system set up, that we get you onboarded, get your integrations going, and customize your system, right? What's really cool about customizing your system is that we have all these custom values built out so that you can just plug in your brand colors, plug in your logo, and your funnels are already built out for you. right? Your lead magnet funnel with a uh, we have an entire marketplace. Let me actually show you because it's going to make a lot more sense when you see it than if I just say words because that's how we roll. Also, I thought I was just going to be talking about group track and high level today. So here you can come in here and see some of the funnels and automations that we have available. And this is if you go to marketplace.nerdly.io. So all of this is free to our users, and we develop new content all the time. And so whether it's the book a call, your email marketing foundations, a re-engagement campaign, a webinar funnel, a masterclass funnel, the real difference here is we really push the masterclass funnel because that's going to go to your Facebook group. The webinar is going to be one that you host. So less one that we really push on, right? We also have, if you are on another white label and you want to live there, right? So we have different solutions for you, right? We can actually build out your entire system. We have an onboard funnel. We have all the things that you would possibly need. So not only, so we do a lot over here. There's a lot of awesomeness that we got going on. Back to Focus Land. Yes, yeah, we actually built out a ton of content in Spanish because we have users that are bilingual, users that have a different audience. So, on day 3, we really want to make sure that you get your Facebook group set up and that you're maximizing your lead gen process and creating an actual event for your masterclass or your live training, right? Because not everybody is at a point that they're doing a masterclass. Like I just do a weekly live tech talk, right? So if you're not in my group, Making Tech Simple, you should be because I do free tech trainings every single week. This bonus session with Caitlin, oh my gosh, by the way, I'm also a little obsessed with Caitlin these days. So she walks everyone through the importance of creating an irresistible offer, breaking down the elements of a core offer from the core person, the promise, the process, right? And, are you doing there's a whole lot that goes through. And all of this, if you do want to get into the challenge, you get all the content available to you today. And then we have you add people into your group track and invite to your event, right? Because we want to make sure that you're actually having conversations. And we actually have people during the live sessions practice it with each other so that you can get the hang of it. Because I know doing something new is scary, right? It can be super scary doing something new. And especially when you're like, oh, what if I say the wrong thing? Or what if this doesn't work right? And why not practice it with everybody else that's practicing it with you, right? Then on day 5, we rock out our post tracker. And if you guys aren't using post tracker, just come to our training to learn more about it because it's amazing, right? The ability to have a post and say, hey, I'm doing a training on how to use automations while maintaining a human relationship. Are you interested? Comment below, comment me, right? And then being able to react, reply, and then queue up a message where you're saying, hey, I saw that you were interested in learning about automations while maintaining human relationships. What have you used before, right? Actually creating a conversation with people. Um, then the fabulous Jenna Larson came on and was talking about how to identify ideal clients, right? How to know who your yellow car is and to get your yellow car to honk, right? We want them to be able to say, I am your person. Come talk to me. We don't want to talk to absolutely everybody out there in the world, right? We want to talk to the people who have the problem that we can solve, right? That is the biggest challenge, is making sure that you're only talking to the people that have a problem that you can solve. Then on day 6, we dove into bulk messaging, and this is really important. Okay, so anyone, whether you are using my system, another high-level system, if you're using Group Track, bulk messaging is so vital, and you really need to make sure that you are using this as well as you can. I see a lot of people talking about how, oh, I use bulk messaging and I got sent to Facebook jail. Well, there's a lot of nuance to this, right? That's why we had an entire day dedicated to bulk messaging, because not only do you need to have variables and the spin text so that you have a lot of variation in your messaging, right? When you look in group track, and I'll actually open it up to bulk messaging so that you guys, I can get a little group track training while we're here today because that's how I roll. I am all about lead with value, right? So you can see that, okay, so that's actually not the best way to show you. Do what I say, not what I do. So this is so actually I normally have this at 1 to 2 minutes. I was actually doing some, oh, and it crashed. Sorry, I have way too many things going on my computer right now. And my computer was like, no, we don't want to do that. So let's see if I can get this to go. All right. Well, anywho, it's not going to do the thing. So the whole point is that when you're doing your bulk messaging, you want to make sure that you are giving enough time, right? We we are trying to create as human of an automation as possible. When's the last time you sent out a message every 25 seconds? Right? Unless you're in like a back and forth with Jenna or a team of people, right? Where it's like, you really want to give it time. Like, are you more concerned about getting a bunch of messages out really fast, or do you want to get a larger amount of messages out consistently over a 24-hour period? Because we work in a global economy now, folks, right? Do you know what time zone each one of your contacts is in? Are you curating your messages so that they only get them between 9 to 5 in their time zone? No. So why not just set up your queue to go 24 hours a day and say, I want to send out 150 messages and I want to take a break between 1 to 2 minutes between each message, and I want to take a 20-minute break every hour, right? And then you can just let bulk message go, and it's just going to go in a 24-hour period because we've got clients in Australia, in the UK, in California, in Hawaii. They're all in different time zones. So I see a lot of people get caught up in bulk messenger about that. So just, hopefully that helps you a little bit. So this is when we set up bulk messaging so that you can actually have the automations working for you so that you're not sitting there in front of your computer waiting for them. All right. Day 7 is the post tracker and top 3 things to learn, right? So making sure that you actually have your post tracker going out there, that you're getting conversations going and moving those conversations forward. Then one of the things that goes on in high level, right? You can actually sell products. So what do you sell? So leave a comment leave a comment with what you sell. Are you selling a program? Are you selling a subscription service? Are you selling a digital course? Is it a one-off product? Is it a subscription based? Is it appointment based? Right? So setting up your products in your funnels, it can be a little bit complicated. And I've seen a lot of people struggle with that. So that's why we had a whole day to that, where we just took you through step by step to make sure that you had your product set up so that when someone purchased it, that they're getting a confirmation, you're getting an alert, that they're getting tags about it so that you're able to put them into the appropriate pipeline. Because once someone purchases, like say they book a call with you, right? If they're booking a paid call, or if we want to move them from your prospecting pipeline into your sales pipeline, right? So we actually use a lot of the same pipeline stages and pipelines that Group Track does. We do separate out our sales pipeline, right? We want to make sure that because there's some minutia to track there, right? I love this. Spark Club. All right, so we got subscription, course, and community. There's a lot going on there, especially now that High Level offers communities. It's not there yet, but it will be challenging Circle.io. So I'm really excited for that. So making sure that you have your product set up. Do they need to get access to a course when they make this product purchase? What kind of follow-up do they need? What is the onboarding to your client to adopt your product or service, right? Like if they buy something and then all they get is an email saying, Hey, congratulations, you've purchased my program. Here's access. And then they never hear from you again. Do you think they're likely to really adopt your program and to move forward? No, we gotta make sure that we get them in little bits and pieces. We get them taking those micro actions that are getting them to buy into your program, buy into what it is you're doing, buy into whatever it is you're offering. We want to make sure that they're taking those little actions, whether it's clicking a button in a funnel, whether it's going to the next thing, or it's buying an upsell, or it's buying a tripwire to your lead magnet, or it's they're getting an email sequence that has the direct link so they can just click a link and open to their program. How many times have you guys bought a program and we're like, I don't even remember how to log in? Yay! I don't know who this is, but I'm so glad you made it too. Yeah. Um, so let me know in the comments. Have you ever bought a program and then we're like, well, I got an email about how to get in, but I don't even remember. And what email did I sign up with? Because I know you all have a dozen email addresses. Oh, it's Jane in Australia. Yeah, Jane. Uh, so making sure you have all of that built out so that your clients are actually able to adopt your program, right? Because also remember, they are overwhelmed. Whatever it is you're teaching them, much like I know all my clients are overwhelmed. If they're in front of me, if they're on a Zoom call with me, whether it's a one-on-one or in a group setting, I know you're overwhelmed because you are not in your comfort zone. You are in front of your computer, already stressed and anxious because you're now needing to learn something that you're uncomfortable with or you don't really get, and you're feeling some negative feelings and thoughts about yourself because this is not your zone of genius. So remember, whenever you're coming into tech, that is how your clients feel when they come into your program. So we got to make sure that we have these little things. Like, it's not just the order form. So speaking of, the next thing we brought you into is fine tuning those masterclass follow-up emails, right? Because we want those emails to sell for us. They may have gotten the vibe, they may have bought into the energy, but they didn't quite pull the trigger, right? And we want to make sure those emails that are going out are actually selling them, that are helping them, because it's not just selling them your program, it's selling them the dream and the vision of what they could be, what they could have after they have your product or service, right? Because if you just go into the products and the feature set, like, I could sit here and talk to you all day long about the crazy, insane amount of features that we have at Nerdly, because not only does High Level have everything under the sun, but I've got an array of different tools that, heck, to be honest, we haven't even rolled out half the tools that I have to our clients because we don't want to overwhelm them. So bear that in mind when you're looking at what are the emails saying when that you are following up with your clients with, right? Do you have follow-ups that are selling them into your masterclass after they book a discovery call? Do you have nurture emails that if they don't buy during your sales sequence, that you're keeping in touch with them after your sessions, between your sales sessions, right? So we had a bonus session with Caitlin Domner about mindset matters, right? This is so important, especially for you coaches, course creators, and entrepreneurs. Because if you tell yourself that you suck or that you can't do it, guess what? If you tell yourself you're not going to be able to do something, you're right. If you tell yourself that I can do this, I can do hard things, guess what? You're right. Because you are the master of your mind, and it is so important to know about this, right? And especially as you grow and you're healing old wounds, and as you grow your business, you're going to be facing some stuff and having to process stuff, whether you have a positive relationship with money or not, right? As you get certain thresholds, there's stuff you got to work through, right? And I know that I'm not a coach for everything, which is why we partner with some of the best coaches out there. Um, so next up, day 9, you actually host your masterclass, your live training, whatever it is that you're doing, and invite people to book a call, right? Because if it's your first time, if you're brand new to all this, don't try to just sell them right in the DMs out the gate. give them the offer to book a call and then continue the conversation, right? Because I know that you guys are going to do a whole lot better face to face with someone on a call. Now, it all depends like what program you offer, what's level, what the price tag is. If you're doing a low ticket, yeah, we could probably get that closed in the DMs. However, if most people over here are offering some semblance of a high ticket offer. So we want to get them on a call so that you can actually close them. Now, what we also did is the marvelous Lindsay York actually walked us through uh, how to use group track and follow up after the masterclass. Fun fact is that I was actually traveling while this was happening. So we talked a little bit about how to be productive on travel. So Lindsay shared about her expertise in managing group track, navigating DMs, the importance of keeping things simple and setting realistic expectations for response times. Because if you tell people, oh, yeah, I'm going to get back to you right now, and you don't, well, guess what? Now you're a liar. You feel like crap, and they don't believe you what you're going to say now, right? We also went through tag set strategy, like how to use tags, which tags to use, personalized templates for automating the conversations with potential customers, right? Show of hands. Let me know in the comments. Do you have specific messages set to use after you have a masterclass or a sales call, or like when assuming you are at a point that you're doing one-to-many sales, do you have specific message templates that you use for after your masterclass for people who commented on a live training that want to have a sales conversation? Oh, I love it. Elizabeth's like, I do now. If you don't have that done, you can't expect yourself to be able to execute it, right? And that's really where all this comes from. Because as I've been running the help desk for so long, and I'm still consulting on all the high level stuff, I see so many people running into issues, and I love it, Elizabeth. Yes, working on it. I love it. And the issue that people run into is, and I know Elizabeth Ratliff, I know this is, or Jody. Oh gosh, Jody. All right, you know I love you. Um, this is something we've talked about, is that so often we're like so excited about this, and we're already used to like, okay, I got to go sell. There's this whole back end that needs to get done before you can actually use the tools that you've got. And so often we're in this like go, 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 next, next, next. We're like, oh, go D. I love it. Yeah, see, I'm not give me details. That's not my forte. So that's why it's so important. That is why I will forever be pushing this 10-day challenge out to absolutely every high-level user out there, because you need to have this stuff in place so that you can fully execute. And the day 10, we celebrate your wins, that you actually did the thing, right? Even if whether it's a live, a masterclass, whatever it is. Oh, right. Yes. Oh my gosh, we totally forgot this entire day. So this is Elizabeth. For those of you who don't know her, she is part of the Nerd Herd, and she has actually used the system for weddings, graduations, reunions, fundraiser, PTAs, holiday newsletters, in addition to friends groups and additional businesses, all within the Nerdly system. Now, I've taken it to a whole nother level, and I have an entire pipeline in group track on managing my human social, like actual friendships. Because let me know in the comments, who else gets so caught up with business that you sometimes forget that you need to also reach out to your friends, like your real life human friends, right? So one last thing I want to mention is that we do have our brand partner program. So at Nerdly, we really focus on the tech so our brand partners can shine. In addition to affiliate pay on every client they refer, they are able to extend a discount to their subscribers. This allows them a unique opportunity to be able to focus on their coaching program and have residual income without the stress or overhead of running a SaaS platform with all the bells and whistles. This is perfect for our coach who sees the value in what the Nerdly system and community can bring their audience, as well as how their program can serve the Nerdly community. So if you want more info on that, let me know. Comment #brand partner. Um, and even if you're looking at this and you're seeing this week, you're like, oh man, you know what? Maybe I could run my own high level system. Maybe I want to run SaaS. Feel free to reach out to us. Like, our business page is https m.me/nerdly.io. Um, okay, well, that's not going to actually go to whatever. It's going to go to YouTube, but it's not going to go on LinkedIn or Facebook groups. Uh, but Elizabeth, if you want to put our m.me link, so if you just want to reach out to us, hit us up on our business page. We're really we're an awesome little nerdy community of business nerds. We're all trying to help support you as much as we can because we know technology can be overwhelming, right? That's the whole point of this, is that we know technology can be overwhelming, and we also know that you want to develop real relationships with your audience, right? No one wants to just grow this massive audience and have no idea who anyone is, right? Oh, I mean, okay, maybe at some point you do. I don't know. Um, but I know if you're here and you're still watching, it's because you actually care about your clients, that you want to help them succeed and grow in whatever it is that you're helping them with. And that's what Nerdly can help you do. We can help you grow your business organically online by creating real relationships with people. And once you get that going, I mean, you can talk like Brandon Hemmings, one of my favorite Nerdly folks. He's now that he's got his system already running, he's running ads so that he can start scaling his offer. Because once you have these auto, what did I call it? Automated organic experience that you can actually start to scale. You can start hiring people, putting them in places so that you can actually grow a business beyond just the one-on-one, that you can grow the one-to-many. I hope this has been helpful for folks, and I will be out on Thursday again, completely going. We're gonna go full nerd on Thursday because we're gonna go into some of the advanced automations you can do when you are leveraging both group track and high level together. So I've yeah, and that's really about it. Mwah! Later, nerds.